So, what do we have in store for you today? Well, I told you I'd get my own back on him. Case keeps up sort of asking me questions. So today I'm joined by Case Hollander, who you all know. So welcome, Case.
Thanks, Rich.
So I hear you ask, what is the subject today? Well, you know, again, we say this a lot. We can all read a data sheet, but what we really want are those hints, tips and tricks. So Case is going to let us have it, warts and all. And Case, what I want you to talk about, we touched on it a little bit in our new product rundown, but it's quick build. So how do you feel about that?
Oh, bring it on. We'll see how I feel.
Okay, let's go with it. So, why? Really brief. Why quick build? What does it do? Why do we use it?
Quick build offers the opportunity to work a lot faster.
Okay.
That's basically the whole idea behind quick build. It doesn't mean that it will replace other products. It's just another tool in the toolbox. So if there is a need to speed up the process time, we now have a valid option with quick build.
Okay, and quick build's a primer. I probably should have said that, right? It's an undercoat.
A colored or a pigmented primer. That's what it is.
Okay.
And it comes in two variants. One is what we call the surfacer. That needs to be applied in 3 coats. After that 3 coats, you leave it cure for the advisable amount of time. Then you sand it, then you top coat it. The second one is a sealer. You apply only 1 layer, you leave it to dry for the advised amount of time, and then you top coat it.
Okay, so it's almost like a wet on wet, that one.
Yeah, that's definitely a wet on wet, yeah.
And sorry, can I just, you said for the amount of time, but am I right in thinking this is like super fast when you can sand it again, the surfacer?
Working in the 23 degrees, then the sealer is overcoatable after 20 minutes.
Okay.
Which is ridiculous if you think about other products out there in the yacht market.
Yeah.
And the surfacer is sandable after 3 hours.
Okay, so really quick. So you can basically prime, sand, top coat all in one day, effectively.
You can, definitely.
Okay, that's probably going to make me ask another question, but so are you doing anything with top coats to make top coats faster, or is this just a process thing on the base, if you like, or sorry, on the primer, I should say?
To me, this is just a process thing. If you fully incorporate it into your scheme, you can make things faster, especially if you take the SE into account, in which you can apply multiple colors in a day. Okay. Imagine what you can do then.
Yeah. So there's already something there, right, that would work quite well with it. Yeah. That's brilliant. So I need to challenge you a little bit more. You found those questions a little bit too easy. So why don't I just, so here's a challenging one. So why don't I just use it for everything then? If it's fast and easy and sandable, why not use it for everything? I mean, are there any limitations, I guess, or?
Although the product can offer the durability, so to say, you won't like to use this on a 25-meter topside.
Okay.
Because the product is so quick, it also needs to make you very mindful of your application, the route you take, the amount of thinner you add, the spray gun setup, and all that stuff. So where I really see, especially the surfacer, as a really good value product, is for yachts between 8 to 15 meters for refits of the topside, for example. Or if you take those relative small fishing dinghies made of aluminum, think of it that they're producing, what is it, a 20 a day, for example.
Yeah.
And you have a line going on. You can just very easily prime them and top coat them all. And that is really where products like these can make your processes go faster and get the benefits you need. But if you're really looking for the maximum durability, the ultimate finish, then I would still go back to the original schemes.
Okay, such as the 545 and those sort of primers.
Yeah, indeed.
But just to finish on this, because I think it's worth, because you touched on it. You said it's tintable. So if I've got a colour that's challenging, so in the world of paint, let's not talk AkzoNobel. Let's just talk paint. We know some colours opacity, and the opacity is the point that it's fully coloured, are worse than others. So yellow, green, reds, they have, from my understanding, poor opacity. So you can tint the primer to help you with that effectively.
Currently, we have 65 formulations out there to match the undercoat color to the top coat color.
Okay.
So also in that way, it's making that process much faster. And to come back on your earlier question, in this way, you can actually speed up your top coat application as well.
Yeah. So it's great, small components, OEM, fast moving, those sort of things. So in summary, it's a polyurethane undercoat, if you like, primer. There are two types. There's a wet on wet, which I think was the
sealer.
The sealer. You've got then one that is sandable, the surfacer, and you've got really fast drying times on that one as well. Yeah, that's brilliant. So is anything else, any other thing that you might want to add, or I think we've covered quite a lot there?
There is two things I want to add. One is that the base will always be the same. It's the hardener and the activator that gives the product its purpose. So the surfacer has a different hardener and a different accelerator than the sealer.
Okay, but the base color is the same.
The base color is the same.
Brilliant.
Secondly, we already touched upon how fast it is. That also counts for the application. So I wouldn't recommend to use this product in a pressure pot with a 1.0 tip in it. I will take it up 2 steps bigger, but that's my personal preference. You want to make it your life as easy as possible with the application as well. So take a bit of a bigger tip size in order to wet out easier. And to give yourself to buy more time.
So I guess what I'm getting from that is its biggest advantage is your biggest challenge, because it's quick build, it's fast. Your wet edge and that you lose very quickly. So you need to be mindful of the shape, the size. So that's its positive is also its negative in a weird way. So, you know, if you've got a bigger object, you'd probably want more painters on there to keep it wet and keep it moving.
Correct.
Brilliant. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Very welcome.
So where does that leave us? The usual thing. So we'd like to thank you all for joining us on another Yacht Coffee and Coatings chat. To find out more on the subjects, as always, go to awlgrip.com or yachtpaint.com and make sure that you guys follow us on social media for more hints, tips and tricks. So we'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Take care. Cheers.
Bye.